My name is Ardell Johnson. I'm 20 years old and I'm diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome is a condition on autism spectrum with higher functioning, with generally high functioning. Also, people with the condition may be socially awkward and have all absorbing interest on a specific topic. Communication training and behavioral therapy can help people with the syndrome learn to socialize more and successfully.
So, my brother, he was always, I guess, like the weird child in our family. We're all weird, but he always had that extra little push.
In 2003, there was a game called Kingdom Hearts that came out, and it was in 2003. I was 10 years old, and I saw my brother playing this game that just looked so awesome. It had a bunch of cool Disney characters in there. Like, everybody loves Disney characters. Who doesn't love Disney, right?
He was always concentrated on video games and the codes and the cheats for games, but he could never remember to wake up and brush his teeth. He could never wake up. My mom or I always had to wake him up. So he really did struggle, I guess, with basic care. He did have a lot of aggression growing up, so because we went to school in a town where there's not many African Americans, and so people were already picking on him for that. He was the tallest kid, 6 foot in high school as a sophomore.
The symptoms of Asperger's syndrome, the first one is anxiety. Anxiety can really happen quite often if you're completely nervous about something or nervous about doing something you haven't done before. For me, I've actually started having anxiety attacks when I first started driving. And I must tell you that is very scary.
Car. So one day we were driving in our neighborhood. He was really bad at turning the corners, and we had sharp corners in our neighborhood. So he would speed up and then just slam on the brakes. At one point, he had his phone, his drinks and stuff sitting in his lap. He slammed on the brakes and it spilled all over his phone. The drink spilled all over my car, and he just got really angry. He put the car in park. He got out and just started yelling, and I had to calm him down and tell him, it's okay. It's just a car. It's just as long as we're not hurt. And it made him so angry that he snapped like that he began to start crying because he was mad at the fact that he couldn't control his anger. He thought that I didn't trust him with my car anymore. So after I explained to him, it's perfectly fine, we'll try again later, that it calmed him down a little bit, but he still has anxiety when it comes to driving.
For me, my emotional symptom is anger issues. I do tend to get angry easily over the smallest thing possible. But I have, in the past time, I have learned to control my anger and learn not to get so upset over small things such as someone taking my seat in the cafeteria.
And then also, he had too much anger. So he would get mad about somebody stepping on his foot. He would get mad about us not getting out of class on time. So it was just the little things that seemed to spark him.
And the third part of symptoms in Asperger's is speech. I do have a lot of trouble talking and enunciating and clarifying what I'm saying. Sometimes I do speak way too fast that I believe that I only know what I'm talking about, and I think everybody else knows what I'm talking about at the same time. When I need to understand the fact that I need to enunciate my words slowly and not speak too fast where they will not be able to hear what I'm saying.
Government.
Ardell.
Faster.
Ardell. It's so weird. Dimitri, Johnson. Ardell, Dimitri Johnson. Well, I was going to continue talking about Riku, but I just want to say that you guys can come find me after the video, and I'll be waiting for your questions, and I'll be having some answers.
My name is Steve Trevino. My son is Diego Manuel Trevino. He's 9 years old. As of 2016, he is diagnosed with autism. He's a high-functioning kid. He was diagnosed. We were given heads up when he was 6 months old, based on his behavior and what he was doing. And then at 9 months is when they officially do the diagnosis. So with that early diagnosis and the odds of him being for sure autistic, based off the studies and the history of this, we, my wife especially, jumped on aggressively to seek knowledge, to seek information, and to prepare him as a baby, as a toddler, as a child.
What's your name?
Diego, I wanted the camera.
Diego at 6 months was cooing, then he stopped, and then we didn't hear from him anymore, his vocals. Then it was until about 4.5 to 5 is when his vocals started coming out, the same old words. Music probably helped out because there are certain melodies and certain pop songs on the radio in the car driving where you would hear him mumble or repeat a chorus line, trying to repeat a chorus line or the sound. So that was real positive.
You have a dirty diaper.
Diego, you have a dirty diaper?
The biggest thing that I try to advocate for other families is that do not listen to non-medical relatives, non-medical experienced relatives who will tell you that a child is slow because they're boys, or the child doesn't talk because he's a boy and boys talk slow, or boys take a while to talk longer. It's not the case. It's a developmental issue. It's a problem. It's a behavioral problem, and parents need to take your child to an important developmental doctor and figure what's going on.
Take the hell out of your mouth. I need my pants. I need my pants. Jobby.
He's better fit.
Jobby. Jaw to the count. You didn't do this.
I know, you didn't let me finish doing it. You made me get your pants.
Jobby. Hey, Scott. Jobby. Pop, pop. Jobby.
We can tell right here, just by looking.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I see. Right on. Let me see. Can you stay still, please?
You mean what you say, just can't say what you mean. Bottled up inside your head and bursting at the seams. Trapped inside a world that's all your own. Your thoughts rolling like waves, crashing on the shore. Time is ticking, time is ticking, time to pace the floor. Back and forth to find a place where you belong. Beautiful blessing, beautiful curse. Things could be better, but things could be worse. Give me your heaven, give me your hurt. Beautiful blessing.